today's video, we are going to learn how to turn screenshots of your favorite K-pop idol into beautifully made fan art, just like this. This requires no skills at all. I will include the link in the description below, and I encourage you to follow along with me. So let's go. First thing first, I'm using this site called thelulukpop.com. And once we're on this page, we can see the fan art generator. So with this generator, you can basically upload a photo of idol that you like and enter some prompts and adjust some settings, and it will output a beautiful fan art, right? So I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process right now. Let's get it. Step one, we are going to upload a photo of the idol that you like. In today's video, we are going to upload a photo of Yeonjun from their new MV, Over the Moon. We are going to try to mimic this photo in our fan art, and more than that, we're going to try to enhance it so that it looks beautiful. After you uploaded your photo, the second step should be filling in these prompt fields you see on the right side. So there is background, weather, time of day, action. It really doesn't have to be complicated, especially if our purpose is to kind of mimic the photo itself. Then we can just briefly describe what we see in this photo that we uploaded, right? So for the background, it looks like it's a room with blue and white tiles on the wall, right? And for the weather, because it's like an indoor setting, so you don't really have to say anything. And for time of day, it looks like, we see light through the windows, so it looks like maybe it's the morning or something like that, so we can just say morning. And for action, looks like he's leaning over to his right? So he's leaning over to his right, and he has, or I guess his left, leaning over to his left, and he has his, I guess that's the right hand on his chest, right hand on his chest. That's all we have to say. This is incredibly simple, and again, it takes zero skills. So for the styles, quality, and the creativity settings, we can just leave it as that for now. I will describe these a little bit later, or maybe in a different video, but for the purpose of this video, we don't have to change it. And that's pretty much it for the kind of the process. And the last thing you have to do really is to hit the create button. Okay, the app is going to start creating the fan art, the photo, and this process takes about 15 to 30 seconds. So it really doesn't take that long at all. And we have something. Let's turn to full screen. So as you can see here, it followed the description that we made pretty well, but there are several flaws with this output, right? As we can see, the hair isn't totally correct, the position isn't totally correct, and I'm going to teach you how to fix that right now. Let's actually talk about creativity a little bit. So the creativity level basically determines how different the output would be given the same input. So a low creativity, if you have the same input, it's gonna have the same output fan art each time. And if you have a high creativity, then it would output some random stuff basically. So what we could do to have our fan art more similar to the image that we uploaded is to decrease the creativity level. So we don't have to make the decrease that drastic. 0.61 is probably a good place to start, I feel like. Okay, cool. Now we can see that we have this split frame photo here of Yeonjun, and so the hair is a lot better than before, and the positioning is more correct than before, but this is still not what we want. We want something that doesn't just closely mimic the original uploaded photo, but something that's beautiful and good looking and artistic, right? So there are several things we can do. Let's start by looking at the prompt field. In the beginning, we kind of just describe the original photo, but we can add some artistic twist to it. For example, for the background, along with a room with blue and white tiles on the wall, we can say vibrant, majestic. I know these doesn't make sense, but trust me, these does influence the output quite a bit. And for the weather, even though it's indoors, we can probably assume that because we're seeing light, it's somewhat sunny, right? And time of day, we said morning. We can probably specify morning when the sun just came out. And for the action, we can honestly just leave it at that. Last thing we should adjust is probably the creativity level. Like I said before, decreasing it would increase the similarity between the original photo and the generated photo. So we can probably set it as like 0.36, okay? And we're gonna give that a try. Now that is a way nicer photo than the previous one. Let's take a look. The haircut is very similar, the position quite similar, and the shirt, the sort of the muscularity is quite similar to the original photo. So we are going to download that. Cool. Now, I think that's already pretty good, but I think we can do better. I think we can try a few different prompts to make it generate even more sort of colorful and more vibrant photo. So even though the background of the original image is kind of this room with blue and white tiles on the wall, we can change this part. We can say a enclosed space. I'm just gonna spitball here. Vines, leaves, bright, light, heavenly, right? And we can leave it as that. The weather, putting vibrant in this field, just so that it influences the output a little bit. For time of day and action, we can just leave it as it is. We're going to slightly increase our creativity level to 0.41, so the output is a little bit more creative. We can hit create. Okay, cool. This is what we get. Honestly, this is quite beautiful. I like the vibe of the background. I like his expressions on his face. I like his hand positioning. I like his like clothes and muscularity, how it's sort of similar to the original but has this artistic twist to it. So we are going to save this photo, and yeah, that's it. And this is how you create anime style K-pop fan art in just a few minutes. Please go ahead and give it a try. I want to say this again. This is super beginner friendly. It requires like honestly no skills at all, and it doesn't take much time as well. Created about 2 or 3 fan arts in just a few minutes. So give it a try, and I'll see you in the next one.